Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, home of the 4-time defending champion Rose City Rollers Wheels of Justice. And also the defending national champion Rosebuds All-Stars. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Glad to have you here for this bout between the Breakneck Betties and the Guns N' Rollers. Should be a good one. So before we get started, please stay on your side of the black bumpers unless you're told otherwise. And while you're in the mood for cheering, please give it up for all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And for our officiating crew, led by Doesn't Matter and Queen of Catitude. My name is Puns and Roses. I'm joined by Magic Pony. And usually this is where we would start in on the skater introductions, but before we do that, there's a birthday in the house tonight, a very special birthday, and
happy birthday,
you all know what to do.
To you, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Big Bang Fury. Happy birthday to you.
All right, let's get this party started.
Derby fans, it is my distinct honor to roll out for you tonight your Guns and Rollers. Skating for you tonight, number 0, Zip. Number 128, Carl. Number 139, Katie Postma. Number 24, Beans. Number 303, Doctor of Destruction. Number 31, Lauren Forcer. Number 316, Evangelical. Number 324, Charlie Chang. Number 325, Marzipan. Number 48, Payne Goodall. Number 50, the Scald Eagle. Number 718, MC Slammer. Number 757, Morgan Levy. Number 808, Yo Gonna Be Sorry. And number 99, Van Helslinger. Make some racket for your Guns and Rollers.
And now, give it up for the Breakneck Betties. Featuring number 11, Bertha Beatdown. 237 is Smack Torrance. Wearing 360, Zulu Mother Smother. 426 is Ripley. Wearing 617, Stumps. 630 is the rodent of unusual size. Number 65, Juniper Simonis. Wearing 651, Gray's Lobotomy. Number 7, Jackpot. Number 700, Spring Roll. Number 71 is Danger Potato. Wearing 75, Sci-Fi Curious. 88, Darth Molly. And finally, number 97, Root of All Evil. Put your hands together for the Breakneck Betties.
All right, all right, all right.
Pony, you excited?
Super! I'm super excited.
Me too.
I could do this all week.
My voice couldn't, but I could.
I'm just getting started.
All right, here we go. Lining up behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Bam.
We have a Zip in the black, Spring Roll in the red. Anybody here never seen Derby before? Okay, excellent. If you have questions, ask your neighbors. Derby folks are very nice. We'll help you out. We want you to have a good time. And there we go. Speaking of a good time, Zip, front of the pack. One to beat.
Spring Roll held up at the back of the pack right now with the Guns and Rollers wall. You're gonna be sorry on the outside.
Little offensive help coming from Bertha Beatdown.
Spring Roll driving forward, one more to get by, breaks out and is on a scoring pass. Nope, is on the way to the penalty blocks for a high block. That leaves Zip on the track alone for 30 seconds in a power jam.
Rodent of unusual size, trying to set the defense, but great offense coming from Marzipan and Katie Postma.
Zip right around the outside for 4.
And pack firming up. You're gonna be sorry, see Spring Roll, but Spring roll is through.
Zip shrugging off hits Simonis to get by and calls it off.
12-0 on that first jam.
Yeah. Hey, we'd like to thank Holler. Visit Holler, Selwood's Down Home Restaurant, Sports Bar, and Treat Shop. That's Holler.
And next up, wearing the black, Scald Eagle in the red. That is Stomps. And Charlotte Chang opens the lane for Scald Eagle.
Scald takes lead jammer. Chang covering the inside line with MC Slammer.
Nice work by Charlotte Chang, Lauren Forster, and MC Slammer. Oh, Scald Eagle!
Scald Eagle saunters through the pack. Stomps up front. One more to get by. MC Slammer has to let her go.
And there's the call off.
20 on the board for GNR. Hey, we'd like to thank S1 Helmets. Streaming broadcast of RCR's 2023 games are brought to you by S1 Helmets.
All right, next up, Danger Potato in the red, Evangelical in the black are your jammers behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line. And there's the whistle. Nice work by Katie Post, but forcing Danger Potato into the teeth of the defense.
Evangelical dropped out and dragged to the back of the pack. Hung up with Simonis playing the outside line.
Morgan Levy drops Danger Potato.
Evangelical through and on a scoring pass. Evangelical lead jammer.
Bertha beatdown, big hit on Evangelical back of the pack. Joined now by Zulu Mother Smother.
Payne Goodall running that line on Danger Potato at the front end when Evangelical. Payne Goodall to the penalty box.
And Danger Potato through. Track cut call on Zulu Mother Smother. And there's the call off.
All that work for 4 points.
That was a lot of work for 4 points.
That was huge. Hey, Pabst Blue Ribbon is back, baby. Grab one at the Plow Stop bar. Or, hey, if you're at home, you could just get one out of the fridge. Well, we love Pabst Blue Ribbon.
All right, next up, we have Darth Mully in the red. That is Zip in the black.
Zip absolutely going nuts through the pack, takes lead jammer for GNR.
Oh, nice force out and recycle by Carl. Darth Mully stuck behind Beans now. And Darth Mully able to slide past Lauren Forster in that inside lane.
Zip hung up and calling it off.
Hey everybody, the truck is here, so Smack Dabs has arrived. They do need a minute or two to set up, so don't mob them right now. But food is here. And speaking of food, 5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries, Killer Burger.
Dang, nailed it.
All right, next up, Spring Roll in the red, Dr. Destruction in the black. Dr. Destruction going
Simonis.
over.
Lead jammer ends up going to Spring Roll. Excellent play by Simonis on the turn one. And Doctor of Destruction breaks out. It's a race to the back of the pack.
Oh! Spring Roll!
Holy mackerel. Forearm called on Doctor of Destruction. 30 seconds in the box.
Spring roll getting some offensive help from Zulu Mother Smother. And forearm call, spring roll.
Gray's Lobotomy and Simonis running a fabulous line in the back of that pack, slowing things down and just making it possible to grab up points.
And Doctor of Destruction engaged with Gray's Lobotomy at the back of the pack. I feel like that's like a matchup right there.
Every night. Doctor of Destruction driving that line forward.
And Van Helslinger and company force spring roll out.
You're gonna be sorry with a great tap at the back of the pack.
And forearm call on Bertha beatdown right at the end there.
Kind of a rough jam. A liquid death. We're serving liquid death right here at the Plow Stop Bar. If you know, you know, and what I know is you want some liquid death.
All right, next up, Stomps and Scald Eagle behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Stomps runs for the inside, drop to the inside of the track. MC Slammer holding that line.
And Scald Eagle, your lead jammer.
Scald Eagle with a bit of a bump, moving the line forward.
Root of all evil. Try to block that outside lane, but Scald Eagle cuts inside with a quickness.
On the inside, couldn't quite make it. Ripley with the tag slows down the assault from Scald Eagle. Ripley just all up and down the block back there.
Good work by Smack Torrance as well.
Buffalo Gap Eatery and Saloon, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon. That's the Buffalo Gap.
And late penalty. So Zip will be starting this next jam all alone on the jam line.
Stomps in the box, and Zip takes lead jammer.
Big credit to that GNR offense. Oh, Payne Goodall tries to seal the outside lane.
Levy on the way to the penalty box. Payne Goodall, you're gonna be sorry.
Oh, nice work. Creating those gaps for Zip.
Goodall, sorry. Postma running the line right now. Broken wide open by Simonis.
And rodents of unusual size. Great work on that offense. Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns. Rebel Heart Therapy. All right, 4-3 pack advantage for the Betties. That is Danger Potato and Evangelical behind the line.
And around the outside, Danger Potato breaks out for lead jammer.
Credit to Smack Torrance for creating that opportunity.
Evangelical sneaks through the back door.
Oh, Beans, great block.
Danger Potato decides to call that one off.
And 0-0 on that jam.
Hey, want to get into the action? You can join RCR as a skater or official. We hold regular intro to Derby boot camps, and we'll teach you everything you need to know to get rolling. Check out rosecityrollers.com/join for more info.
Hey, we'll take announcers too. Hey, there we go. Darth Molly, Dr. Destruction. DOD 1 to beat. Zulu's Mother Smother slowing Dr. Destruction up just enough for Gray's lobotomy to get there.
Molly getting worked over in the back of the pack right now. Moving into the apex.
Yeah, Bertha beat down trying to get some offense, but
Simonis running the inside line.
GNR smothering Darth Molly with
just a
the
brick
light
wall
side
of
the force.
Of will.
Oh, there goes Darth Molly, lead jammer. And Simonis, huge run back. And we have a star pass to Katie Postma. And there's the call off. All right, next up, Spring Roll, Scald Eagle, empty penalty box. And hey, if you want to be a sponsor, that penalty box, there's no sponsor there. You can get your company's logo right there.
Forearm called
on Ripley. And Scald Eagle lead jammer. Oh, nice force out by Jackpot.
Charlie Chang with a beautiful follow-up on that, trying to force out the forcer.
And back block on Spring Roll.
Beans just working things over at the back of the pack. GNR drops a line at the pivot line.
MC Slammer, nice run back. GNR creating lanes for Scald Eagle.
Scald Eagle joins the pack right through the middle. 4 more. Spring Roll back on the track, meets up with MC Slammer and Charlie Chang.
And Scald Eagle whipping off the shoulders of Beans. Oh, Ripley giving it everything, but Scald hanging on.
And the jam is off. Hey, we'd like to thank Black Cat Plumbing, your neighborhood plumbing plumber and RCR sponsor from way back. That's Black Cat Plumbing.
And next up, we have Stomps in the red, Zip in the black. Pack repositioning. Stomps to the front, getting offensive help. That is Bertha beatdown, but oh, Zip coming out the back. Lead jammer.
So sneaky. Stomps still getting muscled around. Drag back to the back of the pack. Zip and Stomps both in the pack right now.
And track cut call sends Stomps to the box.
Zip in a power jam once again. Zip on the inside. Through for 4. 14 minutes left in this half. For those of you at home, 78-16, GNR.
And thank you, DJ Agent Meow, for the tunes tonight.
And the crowd went wild. Evangelical on the line. Just grabs up lead jammer.
Evangelical seeing the lane and just running for the hills.
Through the middle, Ripley still on it. Cannot catch Evangelical.
Evangelical has moves on moves in space.
Stomps back in, joining Chang and Beans at the back of the pack. Weaves through, one more to get by. Up, Chang drops in.
Great work by Carl, holding that line as long as possible.
Slowed that way down. Evangelical on the inside for 4 more.
Two-town cider, damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider now. And that is Danger Potato, Scald Eagle. Marzipan Company holding Danger Potato at the back of the pack. There goes Scald Eagle.
Danger Potato dropped to the out.
Great recycle by Katie Postma.
Levy Postma running the line on Danger Potato at the very back of the pack.
And we have a star pass to Simonis.
Scald breaks through, calls it off. I don't know how that skater stays standing in those situations.
All right, next up, Dr. Destruction in the black, Darth Molly in the red. And Darth Molly finds a lane on the outside. Or sorry, Dr. Destruction does. Darth Molly looks for the inside lane, now going outside.
Lauren Forcer to the penalty box.
Nice work by Carl on that recycle. MC Slammer closes the inside. And there goes Darth Molly.
Wow. MC Slammer to the penalty box.
And we have a team timeout being called by Guns and Rollers.
Take a little breather.
This team timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
That makes this a Rose City Rollers Music a Minute. Great time to pick up some of those great 50-50 cash raffle tickets, $2 each. You take home half the bounty.
Or put in an order at Smack Dabs at the back. Food is here.
Smack dab in the back of the place.
And speaking of food, I want to tell you that our jam line brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast joint. All right, zip, lead jammer. Here comes spring roll as well. Pack setting up at the pivot line. Zip with the
Simonis.
call off. Nice force out by Simonis.
Just in time.
All right, Evangelical and Stomps are your jammers. Stomps on the inside, Evangelical on the outside.
Evangelical right up the middle with a Ripley on the inside line.
Ripley getting the assist from Jackpot and Smack Torrance.
Evangelical pushes through. One more to get by. Lead jammer.
And
GNR.
Stomps quickly recycles behind Beans. Root of all evil up to play some offense.
Evangelical looking for some notes. Decides not to call it off.
And there goes Stomps. Evangelical on the apex.
Hop, skip, and a jump and break through. And Evangelical with the call off. Hey, Laurelhurst Theater and Pub bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland. Laurelhurst Theater and Pub. Dynamite team of blockers on the pivot line. You're going to be sorry. And Morgan Levy.
And we've got a timeout being called by the Breakneck Betties.
Confab in the box for GNR.
This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
That makes this a Layla Smackdown Memorial Music Minute. Hey, we'd like to send out a special shout out to a special person in the room tonight, another very special person in the room tonight. That's Brad Big City Peterson. Where's Big City? Big City Peterson, are you here? Where is he? All right, we'll see more. Oh, there they are. We'll be seeing more of those guys at halftime. We're right back into the action with Scald Eagle and Danger Potato jamming.
And Danger Potato out of the pack like it's hot. Danger Potato mashing her way to 4 points.
Wrap that in tinfoil. That was a nice jam. Hey, if you can find Big City Brad Peterson out there, wherever he is, somebody should buy that kid a beer. He's getting married.
And here we go. Darth Molly, Dr. Destruction are your jammers. Darth Molly one to beat. Carl not able to hold on. Darth Molly lead jammer 2 in a row now for the Betties. And Dr. Destruction out on the initial.
Forearm called on
Payne Goodall. And that Betty's defense absorbing Dr. Destruction. Nice work by Root of All Evil and Ripley.
One more. Through for another 4.
Jackpot coming up with the offense. And Darth Molly with the call off. I'm not sure if the soccer team made it.
Oh, really? Well,
There's a lot of dudes in the reserve section.
it's actually.
I'll check with. Oh, zip out in 3 seconds. Lead jammer. Spring roll out in 7.
Zip pirouette on the line, calling
zip,
it off.
making it look good.
Super fancy.
Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org. Next up, Stomps Evangelical.
You know, I hear Sasquatch HR makes HR fun.
And Evangelical lead jammer.
MC Slammer and Charlie Chang up front.
Oh, Evangelical going for the apex jump. Ripley denying it. Ripley said get away from, well, you know the line.
Wall of guns and rollers up front. You cannot stop the waterfall.
And Evangelical in the penalty box. Power jam now for the Betties and Stomps.
Root of all evil for breaking up that line. Stomps trying to muscle through the pack right now. Just keeps rotating.
Oh, great work by MC Slammer and Lauren Forcer. Big offense coming from Smack Torrance and company.
Oh, there we go. Root of all evil to the penalty box.
Nice work by Beans on that recycle.
MC Hammer, Beans, Lauren Forcer coming up. Chang drops to the inside line.
Nice work, Lauren Forcer recycling Stomps.
It's that beautiful little open door, and then Lauren Forcer drops in and just slams it in your face.
That was brutal.
Forearm called. Looks like it was on MC Slammer.
And we have a palindrome score for all you nerds out there.
There's only one number missing. Oh no. I see what you're saying. And it's secret aardvark, local flavor, local made flavor that kicks you right in the mouth. That's the secret aardvark.
And Danger Potatoes, Scald Eagle are your jammers. Simonis, great defense on Scald Eagle. Danger Potato, lead jammer.
Simonis finally driving Scald Eagle out just in time to get their jammer through. Oh!
Danger Potato showing some au gratin to the blockers.
Nailed it. Beans Chang Carl on the line for.
And Sci-Fi Curious jamming, I believe, for the first time for the Betties.
That is correct. Doctor of Destruction.
And Beans forcing out Sci-Fi Curious.
Carl on the inside. Charlie Chang running the line. Beans covering the out.
MC Slammer, great offense up at the front, but now has to drop back to Bridge.
Sci-Fi Curious looking, digging through the sock drawer. Finally breaks out on the run. Lead jammer goes to the Breakneck Betties.
And we have a star pass to Carl.
Calling it off just in time. Boom.
0-0 on that jam.
We can just let it rest till the second half. Yeah. Just this.
No, we did that.
A couple of there to do.
Next up, Spring Roll and Zip are your jammers. Zip finds a lane on the outside, lead jammer. And Katie Postma, great force out and recycle. You're gonna be sorry now working up at the front on Spring Roll. Joined by Morgan Levy.
Zip swarmed in red in the back. Dragged to the inside line.
And star pass to Simonis.
Zip had enough and
all right. We are now at intermission. Your score 136-35. We will see you back here shortly. We got some fun stuff coming up at halftime, so Pony will be running you through that. See you soon.
love's equation or design? Is it gravity, your heart and mine? All I know is the stars have aligned. I could count the ways you lit up my life, but I wouldn't try. Your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. Ask me anything you'd like. I could answer every why. Oh, you wake me up like the morning light. Even darkness can't dim your bright eyes. You're the rising sun, the kindest sign that will be alright. Your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. This night, brilliantly simplified. I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite. Satellite. And when the skies are rough, the elements too much, our love will hold us up. We're made of titanium. Your science I can't describe. Love unexplainably taking flight like a satellite. This night, brilliantly simplified. I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite. Oh.
Down the seconds to the end of intermission.
That's right, the crowd went wild. Almost.
Starting us off on that jam on Hawthorne jam line. That is Zip in the black, Darth Molly in the red. Darth Molly up to the front of the pack.
Zip breaks through on the inside. Lead jammer.
Oh, nice work, MC Slammer. Track cut
track.
being called on Charlie Chang.
And Zip breaks out. Walks off with another 4.
And there's the call off. Make Holler and Selwood your new pre-bout game and food game, pre-bout game food and drink ritual. That is Holler. All right, next up, Danger Potato, Scald Eagle.
This has been a good matchup all night long.
Yeah, it has. Oh, Bertha Beatdown takes a shot at Scald. Got a high block, Scald Eagle.
Bonk, when you're that tall, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
put two towers next to each other. They're just banging into each other as Danger Potato breaks through and takes lead jammer.
Oh, nice work by Simonis and Zulu Mother Smother.
Charlie Chang back on the track. Danger Potato just shrugging off hits through the pack.
Danger Potato looking to mash her way through the pack.
Scald weaving through the pack. One more to get by. Drop to the, almost dropped out. Two.
Great work from Grace Lobotomy. And Danger Potato with 12 on that jam. All right. We've got Evangelical in the black, Spring Roll in the red. 4-3 pack advantage for the Betties.
Evangelical going for the middle of the pack. Spring Roll takes lead jammer for the Breakneck Betties.
Oh, nice work by MC Slammer with the force out.
MC Slammer and Beans have been a great matchup all night long.
Oh, yeah.
"30 seconds to reset. Liquid Death should be on your menu. If you know, you know, it's Liquid Death.
Next up, we have Stomps and Doctor Destruction. Still 4-3 pack advantage for the Betties.
Stomps weaving towards the middle of the pack.
Nice work, Payne Goodall shutting off that outside lane.
You're gonna be sorry, Payne Goodall and Morgan Levy running the line on Stomps right now at the front.
Oh, Katie Postman, great offense.
Doctor of Destruction on the inside for lead jammer.
Dr. Blair, Dr. J. Hamilton. And star pass to Simonis.
Call off by
that call
Doctor
off.
Destruction.
WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life. And we have an official review being called by the Breakneck Betties. This official review brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Betties are requesting a backlog call on the black jammer from the previous jam. After further review, the no call will stand. Betties will not retain their official review for the half.
All right, the no call stands. Breakneck Betties lose their official review.
And we're right back at it.
And behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line, we have Zip and Darth Molly.
Zip to the inside.
And Darth Molly lead jammer.
Zip covered by MC Slammer, breaks around the outside. On
Oh,
pass.
Darth Molly, airborne. That's
Yeah.
how you make the Kessel run in under 8 parsecs.
It's casual. Just fly casual. Bunch of nerds.
All right, next up, Danger Potatoes, Scald Eagle.
I think easily my favorite matchup of the night. Just trading punches. Scald Eagle takes lead jammer with Danger Potato right behind.
And there's the call off. 0-0 on that jam. Next up, Evangelical and Spring Roll are your jammers.
Official timeout. We're just discussing the action at the end of that jam.
All right. This official timeout brought to you by Welcome to PD Action, Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
And we're back at it.
4-3 pack advantage for the Betties to start this jam.
Evangelical and Spring Roll on the line.
And Spring Roll, your lead jammer. Evangelical working through the pack. Offensive help coming from Carl.
Spring Roll!
Carl!
Carl with a swing at the end of that jam. Just about put Spring Roll in the stands.
All right, next up, we have Stomps in the red, Doctor of Destruction in the black, behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Stomps drop to the inside. GNR lining up to hold that down.
Nice work by Van Helslinger there.
In the back, Doctor of Destruction just getting worked over.
By Gray's Lobotomy and Company.
Simonis on the inside. Down goes Dr. D to the outside.
Pack destruction call on Gray's Lobotomy. Bertha beatdown, able to hold the line just long enough. Oh, great work from You're Gonna Be Sorry and Katie Postma.
Doctor of Destruction to the back of the pack. Still finding that same lineup of no.
Simona's throwing in some offense.
Bertha Beatdown running the line with Simonis.
Oh, great one-on-one blocking from Katie Postma. Just enough to get You're Gonna Be Sorry up. And 90 seconds in, we have a lead jammer.
That was some rough business. Breaking right through and calling it off.
Next up, we have Zip and Darth Molly.
Zip up the inside, breaks to the middle. Lead jammer, GNR.
And Darth Molly not far behind. And Pack speeding up a little bit.
Betty's setting up shop at the front of a very fast Pack. Zip grabs some points and calls it off. Just two.
And next up, we have Danger Potato versus Scald Eagle.
It's deja vu all over again.
Danger Potato finding a lane outside. Lead jammer.
Breakneck Betty's dropping in on Scald Eagle. Scald breaks through the Pack. Cover off.
Nice work by You're Gonna Be Sorry.
Danger Potato just all over the place. Finds Morgan Levy on the inside line and decides to end it.
Trailhead Credit Union, get the financial guidance for whatever trail you choose. And next up, Evangelical Spring Roll are your jammers.
Evangelical on the outside.
Oh!
Finds a way through and picks up lead jammer.
But gets recycled. Long drawback behind Root of All Evil. Spring roll through. And there's the call off. Another 0-0 jam.
Hey, we'd like to thank Rebel Heart Therapy, Individual and Relational Therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns like me. Rebel Heart Therapy.
And we have an official timeout. This official timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
All clear, and we're right back at it.
That is Sci-Fi Curious, Doctor of Destruction. Doctor of Destruction finds the outside lane, but Bertha Beatdown shuts it down.
Sci-Fi Curious in the backfield with You're Gonna Be Sorry, Morgan Levy, and Katie Postma.
Yep.
Should have known that. GNR taking their time with it. You're gonna be sorry breaking out and trying to scrape some blockers off the jammer.
Oh, one to beat, but you're gonna be sorry. Holds the line.
Yoga there to slow things down. That was some amazing situational awareness on You're Gonna Be Sorry's part.
Bridge extending the pack.
Driving the line forward, Sci-Fi Curious. Simonis taking You're Gonna Be Sorry out of play for a second.
Just phenomenal blocking play by both teams on this jam.
Sci-Fi Curious, the hardest working jammer of the evening.
And official review being called by GNR. This official review brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
And if you're ever wondering how you make your small business or nonprofit workplace better, try Sasquatch HR at sasquatchr.org. The only people in town making HR fun again.
GNR is requesting a call from the previous jam on the red jammer, excuse me.
Do you know a business that would benefit by promoting a derby events to the RCR members? Email sponsorship at Rose City Rollers or check our sponsorship on rosecityrollers.com. Do you see that empty space on the penalty box? That could be your logo covering that entire wall.
After additional review, the no call will stand. GNR will not retain their official review for the half.
Thank you so much. Zip on the run. GNR takes lead jammer.
Darth Molly swallowed up the front by Lauren Forster, MC Slammer and Company, but spins out.
Ripley, Torrance, and Rudaval Evil running the line on Darth Molly. Nope, on Zip. Eugene Levy, Payne Goodall, Van Helsinger, and You're Gonna Be Sorry running for Scald Eagle in this jam.
And there goes Stomps. Nice work by Grace lobotomy, but Scald Eagle, your lead jammer.
It's like Scald Eagle's skates have Velcro on the bottom.
And Scald Eagle finds a lane between two blockers.
Both jammers out of the pack. Scald decides to call it off.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Shebop and Portland Vital Signs. There we go, Evangelical, Danger Potato are your jammers. Danger Potato is through. Evangelical right there. And there's the call off.
Yikes, that was fast.
And furious. United Athletic Club is where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City Rollers skaters.
Doctor of Destruction and Spring Roll on the track. Spring Roll breaks out. Doctor of Destruction stuck in the back with Simonis.
Nice force out by Gray's Lobotomy and Bertha beatdown.
Spring Roll around the outside.
Bertha beatdown wanted the cut track, did not get that call.
Spring Roll to the inside line. Black wall.
Gray's Lobotomy playing some offense at the front. Katie Postman playing offense at the back.
Spring Roll fights through the pack. Doctor of Destruction trying to find some sunshine at the back.
Marzipane trying to break up that tripod, but
That is a rough line. You're gonna need a baseball bat to sling that down.
nice work by Morgan. Oh, spring roll.
Fake! And they never saw it coming. Spring roll right back at it. Nice jam.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Sisu Mouth Guards and Dye Dye My Darling Hair Salon. Mrs. Puns highly recommends Dye Dye My Darling Hair Salon. And that is Zip and Darth Molly once again. Darth Molly inside lane, lead jammer.
Ripley, swing and a miss at the far end. Darth Molly on the run. Scraping off some points and calling it off. We see 2 and 1 for Dr. D. Not Dr. D, Zip.
Next up, Stomps and Scald Eagle. And they're off. Slowly.
Stumps up front. Morgan Levy running the line. Scald Eagle. Levy with the push out. Stumps recycled to the back of the pack.
And Scald Eagle doing Scald Eagle-y things.
Scald wading through. 4 more.
Katie Postma heading to the penalty box. 4-3 pack advantage now to the Betties.
Scald Eagle right up the middle. Morgan Levy with the drag back. And then to the penalty box.
And big force out by Marzipan and Payne Goodall. Forearm penalty, Scald Eagle.
Marzipan and Payne Goodall in the back, holding things down. Simonis with the cat pass. And there's nothing to stop the Simonis power jam.
Simonis in on a scoring pass. Simonis out on a penalty.
Okay, that could stop it.
Yep, that would stop it.
Scald Eagle just in time, popping out of the box.
And we'd like to thank Porque No Taqueria
Porque yes.
and 187 Killer Pads for being sponsors.
Scald Eagle. That is Evangelical.
Nice work by Jackpot, Root of All Evil, and Ripley at the front of the pack. But Evangelical with a track cut.
Simonis back on the track. GNR ready to play. Simonis powers through the line.
And lead jammer. Which is just what a blocker wants to be after 20 or 53 minutes of bruising play in the pack.
Back block called on Root of All Evil.
And Simonis with the call off. And we'd like to thank PDX Pipeline, S1 Helmets, and the Portland Mercury for being sponsors.
Zip breaks out, takes lead jammer. Danger Potato beats through the pack.
Oh, nice lane created by those GNR blockers.
You guys win.
Thank you, Brad Big City Peterson, for leading that cheer over there.
Doctor of Destruction and spring roll.
DOD up to the front of the pack. Offensive help from Lauren Forster, but there goes spring roll.
Barn door opens and spring roll ran right through it. Huge hit. Ripley with the follow-up. And that jam is off. The follow-up is really slow.
All right, here we go. Darth Molly, Scald Eagle. 4.5 minutes left. Simonis with the force out. There goes Darth Molly, lead jammer.
Darth Molly, beautiful skating on the outside, and calls it off.
All right. Stomps Evangelical behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line. There's the whistle. There they go. And Evangelical powers through. Assist from Payne Goodall. Smack Torrance up with the offense. Oh, Evangelical.
Stomps taking all the resistance at the front end of the pack. Betties hold the line. Evangelical can't make the jump.
Jackpot with the denial of that jump.
Evangelical.
And star pass to Ripley.
Yeah, let Ripley jam for a while.
And call off.
Oh my God, Napoleon blown apart.
All right. So watch the dueling cheers at each end of the rink here. All right.
It's Zip breaking out for lead jammer. All eyes on Danger Potato.
Phenomenal work by Katie Postma, just riding Danger Potato out.
All night long I've been waiting.
Oh!
Oh!
Gray's lobotomy.
Take Zip to the back of the pack. Danger Potato out and the jam is off.
All right, Scald Eagle, spring roll behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line. Empty penalty box.
Spring roll up front finds
the bag
GNR
of
waiting.
beans. MC Slammer with the offense.
Scald Eagle looking for a chance to break out.
Oh, Scald Eagle playing defense. And they ate the baby.
Yum, yum. Scald Eagle looking through a way through the pack. Pushing on the inside. Wading in deep, breaking through one more. Scald up against the line.
Oh, Scald Eagle with the force out, defensive jamming.
Scald takes it way, way back. And then drops in.
And calls it. All right, there's your official final score, 198 GNR, 93 Breakneck Betties. We will have MVPs here in just a sec, but head out to the edge of the track for some high fives, y'all.
We're coming.
Always satellite. Yeah, I look at you and my heart takes flight like a satellite.
We're gonna do the Breakneck Betties first. Is that okay with you? Who's your MVP jammer?
Our MVP jammer is Doc.
Doctor of Destruction! Congratulations. And who's your MVP blocker?
MC Slammer!
MC Slammer! Come forward. So nice. GNR, please tell us who's your MVP blocker?
Gray's Lobotomy.
Gray's lobotomy. It's the glasses. And your MVP jammer,
Spring roll.
Spring Roll. Thank you all so much. For those of you who aren't working here, you can go now. We loved having you. It was super terrific. You can go wherever you'd like. I suggest Killer Burger or some other awesome bar in Selwood.